Namaste all of you, welcome back to the channel. So as promised, I am back with the part B flow here in continuation with my earlier flow, or else you can also separately practice it. Okay, so if you have still not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon for the further notifications. So let's start from the flow where we had stopped, that is on Setu Bandhasana position. Okay, so let's move into Setu Bandhasana. Okay, you can always practice with the video, or else for the beginners who are still learning some poses, can practice in front of your experienced yoga teachers. Okay, so let's start from Setu Bandhasana. You can see I'm adjusting my plaid so that my head is not having any obstacle, my back of the head stays stable. So start preparing for Setu Bandhasana. Okay, a couple of rounds in Setu Bandhasana. With inhalation and with exhalation. With inhalation and with exhalation. We'll also hold the Setu Bandhasana a couple of rounds, adjusting into your triceps and also trying to push the groins more up, staying there for a couple of seconds and then slowly dropping down and preparing yourself for Chakrasana. Okay, let's hold the Chakrasana. If you're a beginner, you can just go into the pose and come back. If you are a practitioner, you can hold the pose for about 5 to 6 breaths here. Okay, it's a good chest opener. So let's place the palms. As I've mentioned in my earlier video, you might hear some noises along with my voice, but try to focus on what I'm telling and try to avoid those noises. I'm really helpless here, okay? So I'm sorry for that. So we'll move ahead into Chakrasana. Okay, and lift the Chakrasana and hold it for about 5 to 6 breaths. Keep breathing in and out. If you find any discomfort in the lower back, you can try to lift the heel if you are strong. Otherwise, you can drop the heel, no problem. So drop down from there. Slowly take a couple of seconds. Always loosen up the wrist. If you have any discomfort, hug your knees, okay, tightly, and then go ahead with rocking. Okay, rock. It's always better to do the rocking from the sitting position, to hug the knees tightly and to roll at your massage your back completely. Okay, as you can see, make sure your t-shirts are tucked in. Yes. Okay, so let's rock. Take a couple of seconds, couple of movements to rock. Okay, from here only we'll start moving the rocking towards Halasana. Okay, you can see how I'm taking the transitions. So move, hands down, come back, move, come back, move. Now we'll start rolling to Paschimottanasana and Halasana, Paschimottanasana, Halasana. 2-3 rounds we'll do this, another, and then from Halasana we'll lift to Sarvangasana, and I'll show you a couple of variations what you can work in Sarvangasana. Okay, Halasana. Let me just push the pot a little bit aside because my legs are touching. Okay, so we'll move again into Paschimottanasana, Halasana and Sarvangasana. Okay, bend your knees, try to use your hands, adjust your hands, okay, into the lower back. And if you are ready with your shoulders, you can slowly start lifting to Sarvangasana. You can see the lower back has to be pushed, squeezed and lengthened. Lift to Sarvangasana. Stay there for about
10 seconds. It's a very good practice to release any tension in your legs. Okay, it improves the blood circulation, the reverse blood circulation towards your heart. People who cannot practice Sarvangasana can also go ahead with legs on the wall. Moving into the Ekapada Sarvangasana or Ekapada Halasana. 5 seconds in each movement. Coming back. Moving into Halasana. Releasing the hips. Okay. And then slowly rolling the hands down. Stay there. It's a very good stretch for the muscles in between your shoulder blades, in your upper back, in your cervical. From here, moving into Upavishta Halasana. Legs wider enough. If you are comfortable and balanced, you can try holding the big toes. Upavishta Halasana. From here, Karana Pidasana. Okay. Knees into the ears and wrapping the palms over the knees, holding the ears. Karana Pidasana. 5 seconds. Coming back from there, using your hands back into the waist, lifting the foot, okay, and rolling slowly back into Urdhva Prasarita. So stay there in your double leg raises. Take a couple of seconds and then slowly lower the leg and relax. Take a couple of seconds to relax here, okay? Let the breath get regulated. People who are still not comfortable practicing Sarvangasana, you can always take a legs on the wall variation. Otherwise, I have a flow which I have uploaded for the preparation of Sarvangasana. Check that video. Practice Sarvangasana. I will also make another video to to understand how to move into each flow in Sarvangasana. There is still a lot of flows. I have just showed you a couple of flows. Okay. From here, moving into the next. Okay, hugging and rolling. Rolling on the sides. A couple of rounds. Roll 4 to 5 rounds. Okay, and then from the roll, try to hold the twist. Jatara Parivartanasana twist. So that you relax the spine. Turn towards the other side, your head. Stay there for a couple of breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. And slowly hug the knees once again. Now turn towards the left. Head towards the right. So this is going to relax the lower back. Okay, stay there. You can always stay somewhere from 5 seconds, 15 seconds till 15 seconds. It is also a restorative stretch. Whenever you have any lower back issues, if you do some twisting, it's going to help you to relieve the stiffness in your lower back and your hip. And slowly come back. We'll go ahead into Matsyasana, simple Matsyasana. I'm not going to show you complete variation here. So let's take the hands below the sitting bones, elbows rolled inside. Okay, you can see the adjustments, toes pointed. Center of the chest is already lifting. You push, lift up. Okay, and gradually drop the crown. So this is also a good chest opener, like we did puppy stretch. This will also give you the same stretch. The approach is different, the asana is different. Stay there for a couple of breaths. It's a good upper back opener. Breathe in and breathe out. A good practice to be done in the morning so that you feel energized throughout the day. If you do the practice in the evening, no harm, but the energy will not allow you to sleep. Lift the head, drop the neck, drop the back, bend your knees. Take a couple of seconds to relax with your hugged knees. One last practice in this flow is Marichasana. Again, I'm going to show you a different approach towards Marichasana. You can try it out. Otherwise, you can also do it in your regular Hatha Yoga style also. So let's come back, sit back, move the sitting bones back, sit upright, okay? Adjustments if anything. Let's come into Dandasana, okay? From Dandasana, from the diaphragm, I want you to twist. You can see the hands, how I'm using. I'm twisting from the diaphragm. My left hand is in front of the left leg. I'm going to slowly bend forward and bend my left leg. Okay, you can see my left tricep is touching to the outside of my left knee here. Okay, and I'm from there continuing the twist. This is basic Marichyasana. You can always stay in this position. Still, if you feel comfortable, you can open the hand. If you still feel comfortable, you can hold and wrap this behind, okay, and look back, keep the other leg straight. Use any variation you are approachable to right now, depending on the level of your practice. Turn the head, release the arms, release the leg. Let's switch to the other side. You can see how the spine twists here. Okay, twist, the leg is straight, bend your left leg into the right armpit, twist. If you are not comfortable to twist, use the hands into cup shape. Do not allow the lower back to sag. Lift, hold. Final posture, if you are comfortable in your strong back, hold. Legs straight. Turn the head, release the arm, release the hand, and relax. From here, we'll go ahead into Shavasana. Take at least 5, if you have done a 1 hour flow, take at least 10 minutes to relax in Shavasana. If you have done an half an hour flow, 5 minutes is also fine. Depending on the intensity of your practice, the cooling down also should be regulated. Okay, so we'll just go into a short Shavasana. I won't give you a complete guide here. I'm going to just relax for about a minute. Okay, as I've mentioned, depending on your flow, intensity of the flow, please regulate the Shavasana timings. Okay, adjust it. Now leave the legs free, hands free, close your eyes. Let the muscles of your body come back to its normal state, especially the spine, from the tailbone till the cervical region. Let it relax. Let the blood circulation in your body just come back to its normal state. Allow the pulse rate, the heartbeat, the breath rate, everything should just get back to normal. No resistance. Absolutely effortless, like in a dead man's pose. Watching the breath, allowing the body to cool down, enjoying all the changes, feeling the bliss. You can stay as much as you want to here, and whenever you feel you're completely relaxed, just before you come out, loosen up, okay? Loosen up all the joints in your legs, all the joints in your hands. You turn the head towards the right, towards the left. Now slowly take your time to turn around into the right. Watch the breath there for a couple of seconds. And smoothly come up with your eyes closed. And try to end the session with any of the mantras you are comfortable or you have kept it in your regular flow, like a Shanti mantra. And then you can always stop the practice. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you practice along with the video and enjoy your practice. Keep practicing. Thank you. Have a good day.